Hello there. It's Carcino here. Let me turn this off. Don't want to get any copyright stuff or stuff that don't mean anything to you. Welcome to the page that gets no notification. So because they have not been sending out notifications, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. It's my job to try to stand on their backs until they do that. And I just didn't feel like wrestling with them. But let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony gets his revenge on the Houston Rockets. Oh my goodness. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but something trumped that. People love to call me once I go live. They don't like to send out notifications that I'm live, but people like to definitely harass my page once I go live. Now, let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Carmelo's revenge. What happened with Melo, ladies and gentlemen? Can we tell the world what happened to Melo? You see, the problem started in OKC. When he went to OKC, they thought Carmelo was going to do them a favor. They said, well, Carmelo Anthony will do us a solid, and he'll go ahead and do us a favor and give us a break on the salary cap and redo his contract. He didn't do that. So the OKC Thunder was forced into a salary cap situation, which is not cool to the owners and the general manager. So from that point on, it said that Carmelo Anthony isn't a team player. And he was not coming back the following year unless they won a championship. And once the owner said, don't bring that effort back in here unless we win a championship. And when they didn't win a championship, he was on the first thing smoking. They wanted him out, and that was that. So, what's up, Coco One? Thanks for upgrading up to the VIP, where I will be talking to the VIPs today. I was just trying to give a time that would be suitable for everybody to have an opportunity. So around 4 in the afternoon, I figure it's a good time for everybody to be available so I could talk to all the VIP Patreons. So thank you for upgrading to VIP. I appreciate that. Now, with that being said, I'm glad and I'm glad you haven't seen the tip of the iceberg yet, buddy. You ain't seen the tip of the iceberg yet. It's finna get real. Believe me, it's finna get real. By the time another month hits, y'all gonna have so much stuff. God willing, I'm alive. Man, it's not even fair. Why do I only have 7 likes and 70 people in here right now? That's crazy. Nobody's hitting the like button today. I guess everybody just say forget it. Well, anyway, anyway, Carmelo Anthony, after the Atlanta buyout and everything else, and they let him go and do his thing, he went to the Houston Rockets. And he went to the Houston Rockets in the off season, where all the Rockets got to spend time and hang out with each other and bond while they were out, on the trip. So before the season even started, they were hanging out with each other. And they loved Melo, except for one person who really was not really bonding with him. And that was James Harden. James Harden was bringing him into the fray of he's going to have to come off the bench. If he plays for us, he'll be a great guy coming off the bench, but I don't want to start with him. So, and Melo had a problem with coming off of the bench. And this was going to be a major adjustment for Carmelo Anthony to have him come off the bench. And this was a tug of war that was going on. And he was like, look, man, I don't do well coming off no bench. I've never been a come off the bench player. I've always been a starter. And I know I could play at the high level, but it's like, look, this is what we want. We want you to come in. You don't even got to shoot twos. You just pull up and shoot threes. So basically, they just limit him to a catch and shoot player. And the way James play and the way everybody else play is you can watch them play on the court together. Harden don't play well with him because Harden likes to hold the ball at the top of the key. He's going to take 30 shots a game. And Melo is trying to figure out how am I going to play in this system. So only when someone was hurt did they have to bring Melo to the starting lineup. And then that threw everything off because Melo and Harden was not getting along as far as being in certain spots. He needs somebody to set picks for him. So, like, look, set a pick, roll out, and get to a spot, and I'll find you if I find you. But Melo looking like this guy shooting 25, 27, almost 30 shots a game. I might be getting, as a starter, maybe 8 or 9, and this is just crazy. And I'm getting the ball with like 4 on the clock to operate, So he went to talk to James Harden about it, like, man, we got to work on, chemistry and practice. And he was like, I ain't got to work on nothing. I'm getting mine. Maybe you should work on your game. Woo! So Chris Paul was talking to him and talking to him, because him and Melo cool. And he's telling him, man, I don't know how you do it. And he was like, you see what I'm dealing with? He's like, he's special. He's special. But you see what I'm dealing with? Dealing with James Harden. He's different. He ain't come up like us. He's different. Different mental. So he's like, look, just hang in there. Things will be all right. 2 days later, he was released. 2 days later, Melo was released from the Houston Rockets. He called Chris Paul. Chris is like, I didn't know nothing. He was like, I wonder why you weren't even here. I'm like, because he's like, man, you know me. I don't listen to no news. And he's like, and people was like, yo, Melo gone. He was like, man, bro, I don't know what to tell you. We came into practice and they said Melo won't be coming back. Coach told us, this is a decision. It just wasn't working out. And he's like, all I did was say, we got to get more chemistry, more practice with each other, and I'm out. And not only was he out, he couldn't go back nowhere else. Nobody would pick up Carmelo Anthony. They listed him as a troublemaker. Bad guy. He thought, okay, I'll sit out, and when the playoffs come, I can bounce back. Nope. Wasn't going to happen. And then this year came around. He's like, all right, well, this year somebody will pick me up. Nope. Wasn't going to happen. And it was like, why is people not putting Carmelo Anthony? Like, what is happening here? What is going on? Slowly, people began to realize, oh, thanks, Mr. Sledge. Yeah, they still like blackballing us. We don't know why. But anyway, slowly they began to realize slowly the whole world began to realize that we have a problem. The Portland Trail Blazers, Dame has been trying to get him on the team forever, finally gets him on the Portland Trail Blazers. Melo's been averaging about 20 points a game. He knows his role on the team. The team trusts him with the basketball. He got in shape, in game playing shape. Now it's the talk of Carmelo Anthony's back. But they had to play against the Houston Rockets. And as much as Melo was saying, this is just a game, this right here was bigger than a game. But he played happy. He didn't play angry. And that's why he was successful. He played like a human being who was led into the playground after being let out, being in school for like 8 hours straight. And they said, you can go to the playground. He played happy. He played free. He didn't play with any anger. And that's why he had such a great game. And for him to hit the three to really seal the game, to just cap it off, I was happy for him. But on the other side of the bridge, there's a whole lot of stuff that was going on. Because Russell Westbrook is playing against Dame Lillard again. And oh boy, did he want to stick it to Dame. When Dame hit that long distance three to eliminate OKC, and he did this here. When he did that bye-bye, that was waving bye-bye to Russ. That was Russ's last game in OKC. That was the last thing anybody ever remember of Russ in OKC. Bang! So it was bye-bye to Russ in OKC. Bye-bye to it all. He been stepped over. So for Russ had something to prove to Dame Lillard and wanted to bust him real quick, and he went after him. He went after him every time. And Dame, they wouldn't even let Russ really guard him. They would let somebody else guard him, and he would tap them up. They tapped up Harden. Dame Lillard was crossing Harden over so bad, and Rivers. Russ wasn't even guarding him. Russ was like, I ain't guarding him. Y'all guard him. Guard somebody else. So that led to a whole nother situation. Because Lillard was there to win a game. Russ was there to prove a point. And when you see that on the court, you're like, something's wrong with the Rockets. And you see James Harden was there to prove a point. Harden was proving another point. The same type of point Kobe Bryant had to prove to Phil Jackson when they played Phoenix. Same point. Harden said, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to shoot 30 times. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot 17 times. And I'm going to try to do it and play the game you want me to play. And I'm going to prove a point. So let's play the game you want me to play. Okay? See, because what many people didn't know that there was a meeting. All the Rockets got a chance to express themselves and say what they want. And certain members were very vocal and very angry towards James Harden. And they said, look, this is a meeting. Nobody's going to hold nothing against anybody outside of this meeting. So everybody get to say what they want. Nothing's going to be held against you. And everybody agreed to that, right? Everybody agreed that this is a meeting that we need to have to get better because we've not been playing as a unit lately. We need to get back to that or we're going to implode. So everybody get to say what they want and people got to say what they want. James Harden got up and said what he wanted to say. Russ said what he wanted to say. And a lot of other players who James Harden didn't think would ever have something to say negative to him start talking about James. And he was like, whoa. And they was like, man, he shoot too much. You know, he taking 37 shots. How are we going to win a game if he one person taking 37 shots? We can't have a player shoot 30 times a game. If we shoot 30 times a game, we're going to lose. All of this big blow up before the Portland game. A lot of people in the world don't know this meeting took place. A lot of people didn't know that this meeting took place. Everybody's supposed to leave it all in that room, walk out, take only the positive out. Not James. James took this meeting as y'all wanted to single me out. F all of you. I will play the way you want me to play. And let's see if we win. And that's what happened last night. James Harden would not force a shot. He would not pull the trigger. He played the way they cried and said James should play. And everybody was like, what's wrong with James? James Harden only took this many shots. James is like, hey, I was open. I took it. Now I'm keep making sure I ain't shooting no 30 times a game. All right? That's what y'all complaining about, right? 30 times I'm shooting? Okay. I can't be shooting 30 times a game? No problem. Now y'all shoot. And let's see what happens. We're gonna spread the shots around and let's see what happens. So that's what happened last night. Now I hope they get all this out their system when they play them Lakers, because I got money on that game too. Because remember me, the guy who made money last night? And I told you guys to make money. 30 minutes before the game started, I told you, I got a feeling y'all should bet them Orlando Magic. It's on the gram. Just hope you got paid. Yes, sir. So don't forget to hit the Cash App up. The name's Carcino on the Cash App. Thank all you guys who came in and subscribed and hit the like button. And you can hit the Streamlab up too. I do read your messages. So if you hit the donate button in there, you can do that. And if you want to get to the Patreon, where we get loose. That link is in the description box as well. Thank you for your time. The king is out.